Hello, everyone, and welcome back. We are here once more with Project Eden's Garden, and I am once again joined by fellow Danganronpa fan Al.
He's totally not ready.
So we're about to go into the very first class trial. Thankfully, none of the characters we care about have died. All of the main characters are still alive. For now. And...
What the... Okay, dude, this is gonna sound weird from my point of... from both our point of views, but, so I ordered something from DoorDash, and the guy who's literally delivering it, I'm probably reading far too much into this, but the name said Jesus. I kid you not.
Jesus?
Yes, I know. It's what my text message alert from DoorDash says.
Interesting.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm reading too far into this, but one has to... It makes you stop and have to reword the words at the very least.
Yeah. So before we jump into the class trial, since all the characters are going to be voiced during that section, I'm going to talk to everybody first. The Tree of Ignorance. This reminds me of the exhibit I saw in London.
Come again?
That's certainly random.
For your information.
Well, it was a very memorable exhibit.
No.
No, the London thing. Were you on vacation?
No.
A vacation? No. I don't do much of those anymore.
Eh?
Why is that?
Never mind.
Inconsequential. Nevertheless, London was one of the nicer places to visit. Even if it was only for a few days, I really enjoyed meeting everyone there. There's no way she would have met everyone in London in a few days. Alright, let's talk to Best Girl. Okay. Fred.
Damn.
That golfer woman made some loaded accusations, huh? People can believe what they want about me. In the meantime, I'm going to search for the elevator.
I see.
Alright then.
Alright, I'm gonna go grab my dinner.
Alright.
You don't do anything awesome while I'm gone.
Alright. My mom will be so worried when I don't answer her calls.
Oh.
Accepting that letter was the worst mistake of my life. Sorry, Eloise. Hi, Ingrid. This'll definitely be a story to tell the folks back home. Oh, that's all? That's all? Okay. I would know. Oh, yeah. Sheesh. Let's just get this over and done with, eh? Alright. Hi, Cassidy.
Hey, hey.
New objective, find the elevator.
Yep.
It can't be that hard, can it? Come on, let's investigate. Hi, Jet. Good? You look like you're about to take a shit.
Weird.
You's gotta be an elevator somewhere around here.
Let me think.
Maybe it's hidden behind some kind of crud. It's on the tip of my tongue. It's called, fucking... Awesome. It's called fucking.
Yeah.
Yeah, not funny, dude. Hey, Mark. How you feeling, Bo? You alright?
Fred.
Well, are you going to help?
This is stupid.
Is that his attempt at an excuse? Hey, Diana.
Hey, hey.
Hey, don't look so down. Even though things seem uncertain at the moment, try not to let it get to you.
Put a smile on that face.
You should wear a big smile. Smiling always makes me feel better. Oh, thank you, Diana. She's so cute.
Yes, she is.
Thanks for the
I am
advice.
totally all mad when she dies. As much as I want to deny it, I get the feeling it's going to happen.
I mean, she could be one of the survivors. I'd be very happy.
Dude, please don't get my hopes up.
Alright, never mind.
Man.
And I thought I was fine.
If you don't get my hopes up, I'll be genuinely surprised if it does happen.
I got you. And I thought I was finally gonna have a normal high school experience, school experience, not high school, college experience. Nobody's gonna believe this. Well, they might believe you guys, but the whole world's just gonna laugh at me.
This sucks.
I mean, that means we're better off at the very least.
We're already laughing at you, Kai. He definitely has an inflated view of himself.
That's putting it lightly, Damon.
Yeah, that's an understatement. Hi, Ulysses. Once this is all over, I think I'll allow myself a nap. Okay. Hi, Desmond. Is there really an elevator around here? Seems kind of hard to believe. Wouldn't that sort of thing be pretty difficult, you know, to hide? Oh, sorry, Grace.
Yeah. So the character interactions between if I was a character in this game and Grace would just be me hitting on her and me getting the physical
Yeah,
retaliation,
just being
and my
like,
character enjoying it,
constantly punched in the gut and slapped.
and just getting back up and asking for more, and to creep her out overall.
It's like, excuse me, ma'am, more please. That liar chick is definitely hiding something. No matter how much you morons deny it, it's the truth. Personally, I get you, but I'm personally more of a Winona kind of guy. So. Hi, Wolfgang. Or a Wolfgang kind of guy, depending on my mood.
Interesting indeed.
Class trial. Is that all you have to say? Alright, short and sweet to the point. I like it. Hi, John.
Oh,
Whatever this class trial entails, if you want to overcome it, we gotta work as a team. Jumping down each other's throats will get us nowhere.
Oh, John, you poor innocent soul.
You sweet summer child. You have no idea what's coming for us.
Dude, I don't know if my heart can take it.
Don't worry, the first chapter's probably not going to be out until, like, March of 2023, so we'll have plenty of time to prepare for the hurt. The more I look at it, the more confused I am. I'm gonna get a headache. I better stop. Wait, isn't this the entrance? Oh, wait, the statue! I bet you there's a secret button. At the base of the tree was a marble bust depicting a figure in a creepy mask. That's Tozu. I already know it is. There were cracks all over the mask, and one of the eyes was even missing. How old must this
What
thing
you
be?
doing?
You noticed the statue too, don't you?
Huh?
Huh? Oh, yeah.
You alright?
What's up with the statue?
Hmm.
There's definitely something whack about it. I just can't put my finger on it.
Look.
The mask is broken. There's a piece missing.
But...
Is that weird? That statue's probably, like, super old. It makes sense it'd be cracking and stuff.
I'm talking.
No, this definitely seems intentional.
Wait...
Like it's crappy on purpose?
Hmm?
Even so, it's not relevant to the elevator, is it? Well, you know,
What about...
maybe if we find the piece and place it back on the statue, something will happen, like a puzzle-solving game. That sounds kind of far-fetched, but it wouldn't hurt to try.
sounds easy.
You saying we gotta look around for the other part of the mask? Yeah, hold on to your butts, cause I got the eyes of the predator.
Whatever.
This-
I'm not convinced. If anything, I'm now worried. And dude, I can't. Were you the one? Was that Jet talking, or am I?
Who, Jet? Yeah, that was Jet. Hold on.
You're giving him the eyes. You're giving him the voice of, Skeon. Not unintentional, but that's just me.
Am I?
Putting two.
I'm
Kind of feels like it. I mean, it kind of feels like you're giving him the Inosuke accent.
I was going more for like Kuwabara, but I guess now that I think about it, Kuwabara, Inosuke, and Muscle Man all kind of sound similar, don't they?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
My life is a lie.
Ladies and gentlemen, I apologize if I end up unintentionally breaking my friend's brain. It has happened on more than one occasion.
We are dinguses, so we apologize.
Him more than me.
This isn't a comp, but never mind. With that, everyone started to search the tree again. Some people inspected the tree, while others scoured around it. After what seemed like only a few minutes, Grace stood up frantically with something in her hand.
Oi!
Oi, everyone, I found it! We gathered around Grace to see what she was holding.
Nice.
Oh, nice. That must be it. What should we do with it? Do we just stick it back in the mask?
Leave it to me.
Probably. I'll take care of it.
Soybean!
Back off, Hercules. You ain't the one who found it. Grace brought the piece over to the statue and slotted it right into the mask. And then, nothing happened.
Fail.
That was anticlimactic. Click. There it goes. Suddenly, the ground we were standing on began to shake.
Golly!
Oh, golly!
Oh, shit!
Are we about to die? Oh my god, Kai, shut the fuck up.
Also, another thing that would happen to me using Kai as a surfboard from time to time.
Just like push him down a flight of stairs and jump on his back. Yeah, well, he's got me covered on that one.
No!
Yo! Oh, I was right.
Whoa!
That actually worked. Cassidy is smarter than she looks. A fucking secret passageway in a tree. Never thought I'd see it. Oh, it's the big man. The Tree of Knowledge, a symbol of sentience, intuition, and understanding, exists here only as a barren replica. The Tree of Ignorance emulates the wonder of nature, but does not achieve it. And justly so, for ignorance often aspires to be seen as wisdom. Tozu, what the fuck are you talking about?
Game over!
Oh god, now he's spitting random philosophy. We're so fucked. Will this take us to the elevator? Haha.
What about...
Also, as soon as Kai opened his mouth, after Kai opened his mouth at that point, just grab him and start slapping him in the face like they did on the movie Airplane.
Pull yourself together, man! There's stairs at the front of the opening.
Yep.
What are we waiting for? Let's explore.
If I may ask.
Why the sudden rush?
Duh.
I want to get home, duh.
Elementary, my dear.
That voice line was great. Elementary, my dear. If we get this over with, we'll be out quicker. It's simple math.
Sure.
Fair enough. So we just walk in, do we? One by one, we approach the opening of the tree. Are we gonna get the signature overhead shot of everybody in the elevator? There it is! Yeah!
Very nice. Oh, and Grace is up front like Akane in the second game.
And this crowd of people is slowly gonna get smaller and smaller as the game goes on. God damn. It's interesting that Winona is the only person whose face you can see. Oh, she's also, like, sitting with her back like Mondo did. You know, in the first game, Mondo's, like, leaned up against the side
And,
of the elevator.
Diana, and I think the girl on the right, Diana, is doing what I think Sonya did.
Yeah, you're right. She is. And then I'm pretty sure... No, I think that's the only one. Yeah, Diana's doing the Sonya pose. Grace is doing the Akane pose, and Winona, interestingly enough, is doing the Mondo pose, which, you know, actually does kind of match with her abrasive personality. Well, not abrasive, but, you know, like, highly intimidating. Which is one of the things I love about her. Anyway, This is an elevator. I see. The elevator's underneath the tree. Reckless investments, I'm telling you, eh? What? With a rumble, the elevator began its descent. We stood in silence, 16 worried strangers plummeting into the unknown. Into the unknown!
/ Doom.
/ Doom. That's what we were, after all. Random people thrown into this horrible place. And for what? Some twisted man's game? Yep. 110%, my dude. A fake crime scene, an investigation, a creepy statue, an elevator in a tree. None of this was the work of your average kidnapper. This was something much bigger, and in no way could it be connected to Eden's Garden.
Or anything good for that matter.
The elevator began to slow, snapping me out of my thoughts. It stood up tall, and when movement stopped completely, oh, I'm so excited to see what the trial ground looks like. The doors opened. Oh, wow. It kind of looks like the first trial ground from the original game, with like the red banisters and all that. God, Tozu's theme is so good. What is this called? Fractured Mind of the Viceroy? God, this is such a good song. Man, I love the soundtrack in this game. Anyway, in front of us was a large circular hall supported by marble pillars. In the center of the room, 16 podiums had been arranged into a circle. Were those for us? Welcome, everyone. I hope you enjoyed your elevator ride, even if it was a bit quick. As you can see, this is the trial room. Each podium has a name on it. Find your designated podium and stand there until I give out further instruction.
However,
And if we don't comply, then I'll zap you, of course.
back off.
Not this zapping shit again.
Mess.
Just face it, Miss Madison, we have to go along with his demands. Looks like there's a few smart ones in your pack, eh? Well, come along now, we don't have all day. There was no avoiding it. We had to assume our places. Ooh. Cool. It's interesting that they chose to do half and half instead of putting everybody together on one picture. Scanning the faces around me, everyone wore similar expressions. Discomfort, anger, worry. It didn't end. We've been kidnapped and forced to play as pawns in some inane game. No free will, no choice in our actions. Yeah? So everybody's already red. Does that mean that when somebody dies, it's gonna turn blue instead? That's an interesting reversal, because in the original, in V3 and 2, it started out colored blue, and when the person died, it turned red. That's interesting. Unless they're all already dead and this is purgatory. Crazy theory, might be true, who knows. All we could do was move forward. We had to hope for an escape. A way to run from this twisted place. We had to solve this murder case. Yes, please. Oh, okay. Interesting. Okay, trinket. Truth bullets. Okay, so we only have 5 pieces of evidence. Alright, so the class trial shouldn't be that long. Difficulty... normal? Yeah, I played the original games on normal, so I should be fine. Let's do it. I'm ready!
Are you, though?
We'll see.
Let's begin with a brief explanation of the class trial.
Mm-hmm.
The objective here is simple. Explain how the murder took place. Using evidence you've gathered during the investigation, you will argue what you believe happened to the victim.
Case 0, nice.
Should you all agree on the right answer, you will be free to leave this place. Should you all agree on the wrong answer, well, you'll find out. That's all there is to it. Have fun, everybody.
I hate the fact Tozu's has such a nice voice. I hate that he has a nice voice.
Somebody, get me out of here.
If this is something we must discuss, I know a good place to start.
Get me out of here, 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 get me out of here! Somebody get me out of here!
Oh, Grace. Oh, jeez.
What happened to her?
What do you mean, Eloise? She got shocked.
Oh, shit! They fried her brain!
Calm down. It's only a shock. She won't suffer any permanent side effects. If I wanted to see the brain dip bigger, I'd just turn on the telly.
That's a great line.
On that note, please, carry on.
Holy shit. The people running this thing aren't playing around.
As you were saying, Wolfgang?
Right. The way I see it, the objective of this
By the way, can I get like a seat with this thing?
Kai,
I'm just gonna be an onlooker.
My character
It's only
attempts
fair.
to reach across to him and start wringing his neck.
You're seriously not going to contribute?
of course he isn't. He's an influencer.
What am I even supposed to do?
Put your detective hat on, buddy. We're here to solve a mystery.
Thank you, Jeff.
Yeah. Who murdered that dummy chick, right?
Not who murdered her, how they murdered her.
Yeah, because we already know who. It was the...
Did that tablet not explain it?
It listed her wounds, yes, but it didn't explain how they were inflicted.
Probably because it's so obvious.
But, Miss Amber, you didn't even read the tablet.
And I don't have to.
Okay.
Would you look at that? A debate's already underway.
Oh, Grace, are you okay, hon? These guys are...
After hearing that noise, I just reached next to her, crack a vial of smelling salt. That usually does the trick.
Yeah. Pull the Psychonauts and pop open some smelling salt to wake her up. These guys are clearly confused. I need to stop them before they arrive at the wrong conclusion. Oh my gosh, do you hear that? That's the sound of a non-stop debate! I know how to do a non-stop debate. Get out of here. You know how many times I've played the Danganronpa games? And fan games? I know how to do a non-stop debate. During the non-stop debate, yep, students may say things that contradict the truth, and it's your job to determine which statements must be broken in order to progress the trial. For your ammo, you've been armed with truth bullets. Truth bullets are relevant to debate. Use the mouse to aim your reticle and press the right key to fire. The only thing I'm going to be confused by is the controls, because I'm used to playing on PS4. So right key, not the left key. Okay, so middle finger.
Ha! Ha! Ha!
Literally, my middle finger is on the right key. Aim for words highlighted, yep. A lie and contradiction may be hiding. Carefully compare your classmates' statements to the evidence you've gathered. Alright. And use the correct truth bullet. If things are flying by...
Remember the first trial in 2 and poor, darn it, I forgot his name, the big muscle guy with the lightning eyes.
Nekomaru.
Yeah, Nekomaru was outside the can trying to get in.
Yeah, oh yeah. I got a shit! Okay, spacebar is concentrate. Alright. Be sure not to run out of it. Not that someone of your caliber would ever fail. Press the F3 key. That's all for now. Don't jump to too many conclusions. How do I switch truth bullets? Oh, well, I guess I only have one right now.
The mystery was never about who killed Kara, but
Right.
how she died.
Is
Holy
that
shit.
true? Objection! It's obvious what the murder weapon was.
I didn't get a good look at the crime scene, but the body was pretty bloody.
And what could have spilt that blood besides that big scary gun?
Ah, that's right. There was a gun.
You hear that, liar man? She agrees.
I'm listening to what they have to say. The loudest voices in the room aren't always the smartest. Fortunately, an uninformed argument is never difficult to shoot down.
The mystery was never about who killed Kara, but how she died.
Is that true? Objection! It's obvious what the murder weapon was.
I don't think it's this
I
first
didn't
one.
get a good look at the crime scene.
I think it's the second
but
time
the
she
body
talks.
was pretty bloody.
And what could have spilt that blood besides that big scary gun?
Oh shit. Okay, there.
No, that's wrong!
There we go. For a second I forgot. I was clicking on the left key. I was like, what? What?
Cassidy, can you stop butting in? You barely investigated the crime scene to begin with.
Whoa, what? I searched that place from top to bottom.
Uh-huh.
No, you didn't.
Then tell me, how was a fully loaded assault rifle used as the murder weapon?
That's easy. It wasn't. Obviously, the shooter reloaded their gun to full capacity. Any smart shooter could tell you that. Right, Desmond?
Why are you bringing me into this?
Because you're the marksman. You're a gun expert.
Except, the victim suffered multiple stab wounds to the torso.
Right.
If a gun was fired, not only should the body have had bullet wounds, but there would be shell casings from the fired bullets. We saw neither.
And
at
the
crime
smell of
scene.
gunpowder will have been in the air.
That's true.
Details. If the gun didn't do that, chicken, what was the actual murder weapon?
The actual murder weapon? That's obvious. It was
The knife.
the knife.
I got it.
Wow.
One thing I've
Knife.
noticed with all
It's so blatantly
Danganronpa
obvious.
protagonists,
It was literally
that
right
little
next to the
part of
victim's
their
body.
hair is sentient.
Yeah, the Aho gaze. Yeah. They did a great job replicating the class trials.
Lasercam's razor gotta ruin everything.
Occam's razor, but that doesn't matter.
Interesting. Both the knife and the rifle were present at the crime scene, but only the knife was used.
Kind of weird choosing the inferior weapon.
Desmond,
Sharpened blade.
I contradict that statement. If Splinter Cell showed us anything, as well as Metal Gear, a knife is more useful than a gun.
If the killer didn't use the rifle, why was it at the crime scene?
What if Kara was using the gun?
Maybe it came from inside the closet.
Don't see why you'd be storing a gun in a janitor's closet.
Man,
I mean, you'd be
I don't
surprised.
know. What if it's not even related to the murder?
Of course it's related. It's covered in blood.
Oh no. Everyone's starting to yell.
Diana, sweetie, class trials are like 90% yelling and 10% people being killed. It's... The debate is getting out of control fast. I need to say something. Non-stop debate. Oh, here we go.
To reiterate, both the rifle and the knife were next to the victim's body.
Yet they opted for the knife. Odd choice.
Oh, that's how I
I
switch.
bet that gun didn't even work. These days, it's all about aesthetics over effectiveness.
That's like your opinion, lady.
If the gun was
Oh my
broken,
God, Kai.
then the killer would have no reason to bring it with him. And yet, they did.
Watch it be for the aesthetics.
It's easy to assume the killer was the one holding the gun, but Considering the details of the victim's death, I'm inclined to think otherwise. Yeah.
To reiterate, both the rifle and the knife
Kara
were
was
next
holding
to
the
the
gun.
victim's body.
Yet they opted for the knife. Odd choice.
I bet that gun didn't even work. These days, it's all about aesthetics over effectiveness.
That's like your opinion, lady.
If the gun was broken, then the killer would have no reason to bring it with them.
Right.
And yet, they did.
I think
Watch it be for the aesthetic.
I think I need to agree with, because the words are blue, so it's a consent thing instead of refutation.
So it's killer.
You think it's?
I think it is.
No. Well, because Ingrid and Ulysses' words were blue, and Winona's was yellow.
To reiterate, both the rifle and the knife were next to the victim's body.
Yet they opted for the knife. Odd choice.
I bet that gun didn't even work.
No?
Oh, you agree? Oh, thanks, sweetheart.
Wait, the evidence Damon presented doesn't support that.
Okay.
To reiterate, both the rifle and the knife were next to the victim's body.
Yet they opted for the knife.
Is there a...
I think...
How do I fast forward? Oh, shift, okay.
Odd choice.
The gun didn't even work. It's all about aesthetics.
Do you think I need to refute?
That's like your opinion, lady.
Yeah,
Winona?
refute.
The gun was broken,
Yeah.
Okay.
then the...
No, that's wrong!
You were right. How about that?
Stop that thought right there. If we keep assuming the killer had the gun, we'll end up running in circles.
What? You think the killer was unarmed?
Yeah, I think Kara was carrying the gun.
No, they were definitely armed. With a knife. The reason they didn't use a gun is probably because they never had it to begin with.
But then, who did?
Kara.
Easy. The victim.
Whoa, the dummy had the gun?
No, not the... God.
Angus.
No, it's... Thank you, Jet.
If it wasn't the killer, it has to be her. She must have brought it to the closet.
I think she was...
She was probably carrying it before the murder, but dropped it when the killer attacked her.
I think it was, like, a really strange instance of, like, self-defense, almost. Like, Kara was carrying the assault rifle, and the killer, like, stabbed her. Then again, if it was self-defense, they only would have stabbed her once. Why stab her 28 times? And if it was self-defense, they would have just gone for a vital and killed her instantly. But they went 28 times in non-vital spots, so she would bleed to death.
Rage.
So it couldn't have been... It sounds more like anger, yeah, than self-defense. Like they wanted her to suffer for some reason. Huh. Okay.
Oh, I guess that makes some sense.
That's fine, Winona. You're so clean.
Complete sense.
I wouldn't be so sure about that. Aren't you overlooking something?
What?
Huh?
The victim was stabbed from the front, meaning she could have seen the killer coming, correct?
Not necessarily.
Yeah, the killer could have snuck up behind her and, like, started to stab her from behind. Like, circled their arm around her torso and hit her in the stomach with a knife.
One of those
why
variations,
didn't
yeah.
she shoot them?
A stealth attack! I bet the killer memorized her AI movements.
Thank you, Cassie.
Just the face pop.
Before she had the chance to defend herself.
That's not technically true. There's evidence of a struggle between the victim and the killer.
Specifically evidence that shows the victim attempted to fight back. Her fingernails. Yes.
This is it.
Yeah, her fingernails. She had a bunch of blood
We
underneath
found dry
her
blood under the
fingernails.
victim's fingernails, which implies she was clawing at her attacker.
Exactly.
Of course, no explanation is definitive without photo proof of the killer, but I'm confident this is what happened.
Why would you resort to scratching when you're carrying a gun?
You'd be surprised.
Maybe she dropped the gun. I think it's possible that she was searching for somebody. The killer got her off guard from behind, started stabbing her in the stomach from behind, which caused her to drop the gun, and she tried to fight back by scratching the killer with her nails.
Did something get in the way of her using it?
I think she dropped it.
Wonder if that killer stole it from her.
No.
She should have seen or heard him coming from the hallway at the very least.
Why do you think she was in the hallway?
That's where the fight happened, right?
I think you're getting ahead of yourself. How can we be sure the fight happened there?
I guess you're right.
Maybe the fight started in the hallway, and after it ended, her body
Is
was
Grace-
dragged into the closet.
Is Grace's brain still fried?
I mean, she hasn't said anything, so...
If that happened, shouldn't there have been streaks of blood on the floor? Or in the hallway?
So she didn't get attacked until she went into the closet. Oh, the bucket of bleach! The killer set up a trap, and it fell on her, and it blinded her. And that's how he was able to get... He didn't attack her from behind. He attacked her when she was blinded by the bleach. I got it.
Drag marks. Can't say I saw any.
No.
It was merely a jest. No need to take it so seriously.
Instead of dragging the victim, what if the killer carried her?
No.
I don't know why they would want to do that, but it would explain the lack of drag marks.
Yeah, Al, you can see Grace next to Desmond.
Yeah, I would be wanting to take a thing of smelling salt just to wake her up.
She's not okay.
But then, wouldn't the killer have been covered in...
Blood. Aye. It should have gotten everywhere.
Yeah, but we don't have any solid pictures of the killer, just like a gray outline of them.
Those wounds were brutal. A few inches deep, I reckon. Carrying her would have done nothing to stop the blood flow.
Right.
Good point.
She was obviously killed in the closet. That's where the blood was.
Yes, you're right. I'm so sorry for derailing the conversation.
No, Eloise, it's fine, sweetie. Don't apologize.
Moving on. That fight. The victim had the gun, but she was overpowered?
You know what I've realized? Mark has not said a single thing this entire trial.
I mean, we know his personality at this point.
Yeah, I know. It makes sense. I just wish he would talk more. Because I want to know more about him, you know?
If she wanted to, she could have just, you know...
Jesus, dude.
So has the artist popped in again, or was that...
No, I sent him a thank you message on his Twitter, but... Yeah.
Alright.
It doesn't make much sense, does it?
Goodness gracious me.
There must have been something we're missing. Something that explains how the victim was overpowered. And I know I'm the one who could figure that out. Alright, I'll talk about agree points. Yeah, here we go. Agree points, yeah. During last debate, phrases were blue. Bet you weren't expecting that. I know what it means, don't worry. Again, seasoned Danganronpa fan. Agree points, counterpoints to weak points. Agreed. Truth bullets prove it correct. Simply aim the reticle. Yep. Alright, let's do it. Non-stop debate. I know.
That slimy killer pulled a fast one and knocked the gun out of her hand.
No.
By the sounds of it, those two did have a crazy tussle.
But she still carried
Hey,
a gun.
Mark! He said
So
something.
Why didn't she shoot?
I bet that girl didn't even see them come.
That fuck.
Appreciate the support, but you're not talking any sense, mate.
Now even the pirate is scolding me. What was I thinking?
That slimy killer pulled a fast one and knocked the gun out of her hand.
By the sounds of it, those two did have a crazy tussle.
But she still carried a gun. So why didn't she shoot?
I bet that girl didn't even see them coming.
Maybe she thought the killer was her friend?
No.
I know I wouldn't hurt a friend.
She tried clawing their eyes out.
No, Kai. You dumb shit. Why did the victim not shoot or attack her? Everybody's got a theory, but who has the actual answer?
That slimy killer pulled a fast one and knocked the gun out of her hand.
No?
That's right. The killer lunged at her and pushed the gun out of her hands.
This sounds risky. What if she saw them and unloaded a bunch of bullets?
Well, she couldn't have because she was blinded by the bleach. That's an even better point.
That slimy killer pulled a fast one and knocked the gun out of her hand.
By the sounds of it, those two did have a crazy tussle.
But she still
It has
carried
to
a
be
gun.
something to do with the bucket.
So why didn't she shoot?
I bet that girl didn't even see them coming.
Maybe she thought the killer was her friend? I know I wouldn't hurt a friend.
She tried clawing their eyes out.
Huh. I'm not sure. What do you think, Al?
I think it would be what, you've tried the blacksmith one already, right?
Yeah, I shot at... No, wait, did I shoot at Ingrid's? I shot at, John and, who was the other person? John and,
That slimy killer pulled a fast one and knocked the gun out of her.
Nope.
Nope.
That's right. The killer.
This sounds risky.
No.
That slimy killer pulled a
Maybe
fast
it's
one
not.
and knocked the gun out of her hand.
By the sounds of it, those two did have a crazy tussle.
But she still carried a gun. So why didn't she shoot?
I bet that girl didn't even see them coming.
Maybe she thought the killer was her friend? I know
Consent on that one.
Thought the killer was
She
her
tried
friend?
clawing their eyes out.
Yeah.
Which one should I use? Bucket?
I'm honestly not sure.
That slimy killer
Bucket,
pulled a
tablet,
fast
or
one
victim's
and
hands?
knocked the gun out of her hand.
By the sounds of it,
Bucket,
those two
maybe?
did have a crazy tussle.
Alright, let's see what happens.
See them coming.
Maybe she thought the killer was her friend?
I think it's this one.
I know I
Shit.
wouldn't hurt a
Out.
That's
Sorry, Ingrid.
Those
But she still carried a gun. So why didn't she shoot?
I bet that girl didn't even see them coming.
Maybe she thought the killer was her friend?
The victims took the killer for a
I
friend.
don't...
Why would she bring a gun with her when meeting a friend?
You're using consent,
no
right?
evidence she mistook the killer.
Is there a specific way I have to shoot? Is that what they said?
slimy killer pulled a fast one.
Charge? Change bullet? No, it's still fire.
And knocked the gun out of her hand.
By the sounds of it, those two did have a crazy tussle.
Is it the
But
tablet?
she still carried a gun.
But what does that have to do with...
So why didn't she shoot?
I bet that girl didn't even see them coming.
Alright,
Maybe she thought the killer was her friend?
God fucking damn it. Oh, Alright. Gotta see what the answer is. God damn it.
Happens to the best of us, dude.
Yeah, whatever. Thought I'd be able to figure this out on my own. God damn it. Jesus, I'm still this early in the trial? God damn. I haven't even gotten that far. What? That doesn't make any okay. Oh, I guess I lost. Whoops. Makes sense I would lose at a game as easy as a visual novel.
That slimy killer pulled a fast one and knocked the gun out of her head.
By the sounds of it, those two did have a crazy tussle.
But she still carried a gun. So why didn't she shoot?
I bet that girl didn't even.
I got it.
That doesn't make any fucking sense. But whatever.
John actually has a point. The victim probably couldn't see what was going on. According to the tablet, she suffered chemical burns to the face and eyes. That sort of injury would have effectively blinded her.
Right.
Also, inside the janitor's closet, there was a large empty bottle of
Oh, was
bleach.
it the bucket?
That's probably the chemical that
No,
caused the
it
burns.
wasn't the bucket. I don't understand how tablet would support that.
Maybe it's a hiccup with the coding.
Maybe because the tablet had information about her being blinded? But it makes more sense to me to say that the bucket would be the consent, because yeah, here's the bucket that the bleach was in that was used to prevent her from seeing. Like John is saying, she didn't see it. Whatever. It's whatever.
Blinded with bleach? That's horrible.
Different people, different logic. You know, certain things are not going to make sense for different people.
All that pain, yet she still managed to fight back.
She sure put up a struggle. Without a
You'd be
gun,
surprised
I
on
guess
how,
the next best thing was her hand.
you know,
So
fight or
the
flight
jury was
instinct is
definitely
nothing
the one
to
who
sneeze
blinded
at.
Indeed. Knowing she had a gun, he blinded her to make her less dangerous.
Right.
Then, when he pinned her against the door and stabbed her, she tried to retaliate.
until eventually dying from her wounds.
Jeez, this is brutal. Couldn't they have toned down the violence?
Nope. Not in this game.
The past
Oh,
is in the
you
past,
poor summer
and we
child.
can't change that. All we can do is solve her untimely death, eh?
I mean, we already
I mean,
basically
by
have,
the
right?
sounds of it, we've already figured it out, right?
Yeah.
I can't believe you're actually,
Not
you
yet.
guys actually agreeing with you.
Yeah, I know. I hate it.
Seriously?
But we've already discussed so much!
Yeah.
We know she was armed. We know she was blinded. We figured out how she died. How is this not a closed case?
Please understand, I'm proud of everyone's hard work so far.
Right.
Because of you, we're one step closer to bringing the victim justice.
Right.
This was never about the dummy.
However, we should think of this case like an equation.
Okay.
Knowing how it works is only half the struggle. Now we need to figure out why.
Oh, I see.
As in, the motive?
Mm-hmm.
You're on the right track.
Yeah.
You speak like we have any information on the killer. The man's a stock image. He doesn't even have a name. What are we supposed to ascertain from that? That he's a non-character?
Not every answer will be written down for you. Sometimes actions speak louder than.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Hold the phone!
Holy crap!
There, yep. She's back. She's awake. She's awake.
Grace?
Whoa, what? Since when was Grace back to normal?
Right now, soybean. Watching you guys try to solve this mystery has been like watching a dumpster catch on fire. I guess all that smoke must have clouded your vision, 'cause there's a big-ass elephant in this room.
An elephant in the room?
That's giving us too much credit.
So the killer incapacitated that girl. She had a gun, it makes total sense. Problem is, you've yet to explain how he used the bleach.
The bucket.
I sort of assumed he spilled it on the victim.
I think that's why they went with the tablet.
Right. He just tipped the bottle over her.
That bottle is where the bleach came from, sure. But I doubt the bottle itself was involved in the murder. When we found it, it was neatly ordered on a shelf near the back of the closet.
Right.
Ambush.
The gun and knife were just thrown on the floor. So it's weird this weapon was handled so differently.
Do you think the killer just poured the contents of that bottle into something else?
Yes.
Sure. Before the actual murder took place, I'd say.
The bucket.
Dude, I think this is why it wasn't the bucket.
Something else.
Because the bucket's the answer to this one.
Go on.
Probably.
Explain it before this dumpster turns molten.
She's really stubborn about this, but I get the point she's trying to make. Before we move on from this subject, we need to make sure its logic is completely sound. Alright then, let's put out this fire. Oh god.
This one's gonna be with the bucket. I know it is.
Yeah. I'm ready.
Well, if the original bottle's been emptied, where'd the bleach go?
Into another bottle?
Nope.
What about a container?
Yeah.
There were a bunch in the closet.
I bet the killer had a secret water gun. So when the victim came in, pow! He squirted her in the eyes.
I mean,
Hey, the ink vanishes
not
when
off
the
track.
battle's over.
Call the fire brigade, Grace.
Did you hear what Mark said?
Yes, I heard it.
He's like,
And
Grace, get the fire brigade.
Also, I think you need to agree with Ingrid.
Yeah, I know. I just wanted to hear
If
what
the
everybody
original
had to
bottle's
say.
been emptied, where'd the bleach go?
Into another bottle?
No.
What about
There it is.
I got it.
The bucket. Nice.
Everything is making sense now.
Now everything falls into place.
She's correct. The killer put the chemicals in a bucket. Or, more specifically, the same bucket we found at the crime scene. After all, it reeked of bleach.
That's right.
If the killer didn't use it to transport bleach, what else did they use it for? Personal cleaning? I doubt it.
Yo, that makes sense.
a broken clock is right twice a day.
Okay, cool. So, how'd the killer use that bucket to spill bleach in the victim's eyes?
Maybe he...
Hey, dude, you remember? You know the bucket door trick, right?
That's it. You're right. He must have placed it on top of the door.
She'd shoot him before he even had the chance. Use your brain, mate.
Of course, my apologies.
That's a good question. How was the killer able to get a hefty bucket of chemicals into the victim's eyes? Especially without her knowing. There must be some kind of clue here. Think, Damon, think.
Even if he did manage to splash her, the girl should have sustained intense facial burns.
Right.
However, aside from her eyes, her face was relatively untouched.
Well, if you check the tablet, it said she had burns to the scalp, too.
So it fell on top of her head. So yeah, he must have placed it on top of the door frame.
Burns to the scalp? How does that work? Unless those chemicals came from above?
Now you're getting it. Above. Yes, that's right. Above.
Did the killer somehow suspend the bucket in the air?
Yes.
Maybe there was a mechanism that made it tip over when someone entered the room.
Where's this
AKA
bucket supposed to
door.
be again?
Above. Which, well, could mean anything.
Was the
Oh,
killer
Kai, you are
hiding
such
above
a
the door
dumbass.
frame?
There's no way they were up there. There's nothing for them to sit or hold on to. Not to mention, they couldn't have stabbed her from up there.
And if there's no place for the killer to sit, then there's no place for the bucket to sit.
Well, I mean, they could still...
Unless
Never mind.
you take into account the size difference.
Eh?
The space above the entrance might not be able to support a person, but it could still support something as small as a bucket.
Yeah.
And that thing supporting the bucket?
The killer wanted two things, for the bucket to be above the victim and for it to spill on her when she entered the room. In other words, he needed to balance the bucket, but on what?
I believe
the door.
I knew it!
I got it.
Yes, exactly.
I don't know how we overlooked this, but I've got it. The killer just balanced the bucket on the door.
Yeah, exactly.
Like in those water bucket pranks people film?
Exactly.
Yes,
Exactly.
Dingus, you're
When the victim came
learning!
into the room, she pushed open the door and caused the bucket to fall on her. This would make it so she couldn't shoot back or even get a chance to see her assailant. When the bucket hit the ground, it probably rolled away. That'd explain why we found it a couple feet from the victim.
That is a possibility, yes.
It sounds like the best conclusion.
Right.
There's just one problem. How was the
Oh,
killer
boy.
able to reach that high? Unless they were abnormally
Stepladder.
tall,
Yes.
it'd be difficult to place something on top of that door.
The stepladder. Exactly.
Well, let's use that as our next point of discussion. How did the killer set up this trap?
To balance the bucket on the door, the killer would need to reach pretty high. Was there anything at the crime scene they could have used as a boost? If I can answer that, it'll add further credibility to my theory. Oh, spot selection. Yep, stepladder.
This is it.
Yep.
There was a stepladder hiding behind the closet door. The killer probably used that. After climbing it, they could position the bucket right on top of the door.
Exactly.
Figures.
Thank you, Mark.
My precious stepladder? You think the bad guy used my super duper obvious stepladder?
Match point. Occam's razor.
Yes, it appears our killer didn't care much for subtlety. No matter how obvious it seems, it's the only answer that makes sense.
Right.
It was the only knickknack of its kind, too. If there's something else that killer could have used, it's escaping me.
I see. It makes sense with what we've got so far.
Right.
But I'm not done yet. I still have
Oh, boy.
one last question for you apes.
Okay.
Please just leave us alone. Oh, I'm so tired.
I actually relate to you on that one. I'm tired all the time.
Hey, don't be like that. Grace may be loud, but her questions have really helped our discussion.
Thank you, Diana.
Anyway, what was the killer doing when that bucket poured onto the girl's head?
He obviously didn't just stand there and observe.
Well, he was getting ready to stab her. I have to agree, they must have been hiding somewhere, waiting for her to arrive. Somewhere nearby, I'd assume. Where was the killer hiding?
Behind the door, maybe?
What about
No.
behind the door? The killer could have hidden there as the girl entered.
No,
Wouldn't the stepladder be in the way?
that's true. Outside? Maybe in the back?
I got it.
There we go.
I've got it. The killer was hiding in the back of the closet. If he was pressed up against the furthest shelf and facing the entrance, there'd be a diagonal path between him and his victim.
Right.
I say diagonal because that's the only way he can make a direct charge forward. Also, when the victim entered the room, she would have been standing with her back to the hallway. right outside the killer's range. That's why the stab wounds were only made to her chest.
Exactly.
Creating the crime scene we found! Great job, guys! We're actually doing this!
Thank you, Cass.
That was the last mystery, right? We must have put everything together now.
Yeah, except for the motive.
Even if it's all fake, I feel really bad for this victim.
I know, Eloise.
It's an ugly sight, but she's no victim.
Huh?
That's...
Well, technically she is, but...
Yeah, I mean, if we're right and she was holding the gun...
Let's be real. The girl was carrying a gun. She probably provoked the killer, and they killed her in self-defense. It's a clear-cut case of the hunter becoming the hunted, no?
Yeah, but multiple stab wounds is not self-defense. It's like I was saying earlier, if it was self-defense, it would have been just one hit to a vital.
That's no excuse.
What?
There's no justifying murder.
Okay.
Killing a woman is the worst thing a man could do.
Okay, yeah.
You're emanating a sizable amount of emotional tension. Are you okay?
There's no excuse. There never was an excuse.
I'm hearing some past trauma, dude.
Yeah, I think...
28 stab wounds! No girl, no person should ever suffer Kara's fate.
Wait, who's Kara?
Jet. That's the person we've been... Okay. Thank you, Jet.
It was the victim's name! Didn't anyone read the tablet?
I agree with you, dude. But you don't have to shout out your point.
Thank you, Desmond.
Oi, what's all this about? We figured out the case. Stop trying to drag it on.
No. We're not finished here.
Okay.
Huh?
There's no murder without a proper motive. We need to discuss why Kara died.
I am not going this far for a fictional murder case. We aren't looking for a murderer, we're looking for answers, which we have.
And a motive is part of said case.
Yeah, I kind of... God, I kind of agree with Winona, though. I mean...
Do you turn in a half-finished exam, Winona? An essay without its conclusion? This isn't about efficiency, this is about being right. Or do you, a supposed entrepreneur, not value integrity?
What the
Ooh.
hell?
Yeah, Wolfgang is good at egging people on.
Let's just talk about the motive. There's no harm in doing
Shots
that.
fired, dude. Shots fired.
Yeah, thank you, Diana.
Well, what was the motive?
Please, break the tension.
Was the killer fighting for their life? Or were they going out of their way to murder?
I would say going out of their way.
Maybe the gun freaked him out.
I guess.
If I was in the killer's shoes, I'd definitely be nervous.
Yeah, but 28 stab wounds nervous?
Thing is, while acting out of self-defense is possible, since when does it look like this?
Exactly. Thank you, Desmond.
Given the severity, I'd liken it to a crime of passion.
Something done on impulse?
What if they were frightened? A spooky thing might have set them off big time.
That's wrong. There's no way this was done in self-defense.
That's a new sprite.
No matter what excuse the killer uses, it doesn't change the fact they have blood on their hands.
Yo, bud, you seem a little pressed.
That's definitely a you thing.
Yeah. Yo, bud, you, seem a little pressed.
Silence! I won't allow this!
Wolfgang?
Chill.
Chill. Things are getting emotional. While you've only been using logical arguments to further the trial, now may be a good time to change your approach. Pathos? This is new. Okay. Introducing the pathos mechanic. Alright, so this is new. During non-stop debates, the emotionally charged commentary of your classmates will appear as purple text. These comments are called pathos statements. Oh, so it's white noise. You can absorb these pathos statements by hovering over them. Oh, so you can use the... Wow. Using white noise as part of the argument instead of just... That's interesting. I don't think I've ever seen that before. LT, wait a second. Are you telling me I could have been using my Xbox controller this whole time? Oh my god. Whatever. I've been using mouse and keyboard, so...
Hey, at least you'll know what you can use next time.
True. So press E to absorb, and it'll be loaded. Okay. Find a weak spot that is directly contradicted by the pathos statement and fire. Okay, if successful, you'll make a powerful emotional argument to counteract your opponents. Stay on the lookout for pathos. While you'll always be able to advance the trial using pure logic, emotional arguments could lead to some unique conversations. Oh, I see. Okay. Non-stop debate. Alright, whose pathos do I need to...
To kill Kara so easily and without restraint. There is no way to justify this.
Take a chill pill, man.
You expect me to stay calm? This was the sadistic killing of one of humanity's brightest.
We shouldn't make a lot of assumptions about the killer's morals. This could have been self-defense.
You don't even know the damn killer. Just the crime scene they left behind.
This killer, dead or alive, deserves to be brought to justice!
But how can we do that? There's no reason to trust you if you have no proof.
So says the ultimate liar.
Thank you, Grace. Alright, so was this murder justified, or was it truly unforgivable? I feel like I have an obligation to find the truth.
To kill Kara so easily and without restraint. There is no way to justify this.
Take a chill pill, man.
You expect me to stay calm? This was the sadistic... humanity's brightest!
I don't see how that relates to his point.
Shit.
Remember, it's the purple one.
So easily and without restraint. There is no way
I already
to justify
absorbed the thing.
Take a
I need to
chill pill,
figure out
man.
what to shoot it at now.
You expect me to stay calm?
Okay.
This was the sadistic killing of one of humanity's brightest.
That was an agreed
We
point.
shouldn't make
Sorry.
a lot of assumptions.
So I need to contradict somebody.
About the killer's morals.
So I'm looking for yellow text.
This could have been self-defense.
Okay, that's blue.
You don't even know the damn killer. Just the crime scene.
Nope. Okay.
What's wrong with that? Is there a second crime scene?
Shit.
To kill Kara so easily.
We shouldn't make a lot of...
Don't even know the damn killer. Just the crime scene they left behind.
This killer, dead or alive, deserves to be brought to justice!
But how can we do that? There's no...
No, that's
There we
wrong.
go.
Expertise shouldn't be overlooked here. If there's anyone to believe, it's the lawyer.
Say what?
Kai, shut up.
Wolfgang has spent his life in the courtroom and on the crime scene. He'd understand the criminal mind in ways we can't possibly imagine.
Yeah, but the way he's acting also really makes me think there's some kind of personal connection here. Or not like his connection, he's connected to Kara, but like this is triggering him for some reason, you know? Because like someone he cared about died or something, I'm not sure.
He was even emotionally invested in a murder case he'd never seen before.
You okay, Wolfie?
If his lawyer's intuition tells us that the killer was in the wrong, then we have no reason to disagree. We're all ultimates for a reason. We need to trust in talent.
Well spoken. If Wolfgang is adamant about the killer's intentions, we should have faith in him.
Huh.
Yeah! Wolfgang's clearly trying his best for us.
Let's trust in the lawyer and his bargain bin buddy.
Thank you, Cassidy.
Hey! If it means going home, then new guys convinced me.
Right on! Team Wolfgang all the way!
Alright, who's gonna disagree?
Thank you all for your support.
Is it gonna be Grace? Or Winona?
Well, Eva, do you still disagree?
Even if I did, it's not worth pursuing.
Does this mean we're done here? Hey! We're Disembodied Voice! We've figured out your stupid case! Now let us leave!
Lettuce leaf? Tozu's fucking asleep.
Oh, you're finally done.
Me. Hashtag me when the class trial exceeds 2.5 hours. Oh, you're finally done.
In all honesty, I stopped paying attention a long time ago.
Yeah, I have problems with that too, Tozu.
What? We only went through this case because of you.
Silly me, I have a short attention span.
Same.
So, just for my own benefit, why don't you summarize the information you've learned?
Oh, closing argument. Okay.
It'll be good practice.
Practice?
Fine. I'll do as you ask. I'll present the truth.
We'll present the truth together. Let's dig into it.
Thank you, Cassidy. Yep, closing argument. Time to bring this trial to an end. Yep. Comic book, yeah. Gaps, thank you. Press space to select me. Excuse me. Hover your mouse over the relevant gap. Left key to insert the panel. Okay. Alright. Now stand up straight and fix that tie. We've got a case to close. Okay. What was the victim carrying? How do I go to the next page again? Oh, okay. E and Q. Alright. What? What? That is definitely going there. What do you mean I'm doing something wrong? Confirm stock, yes. This one. Here. What the fuck? Panel. What did the victim do when they were stabbed? It goes here. No, it's not. That is 110% right, you fucking assholes. Alright. Gotta look this shit up again. Finally, Jesus Christ. What? How does it... whatever. Okay. So give me another stock then. Fuck off.
I got it.
Finally.
The victim was Kara Koshkinen, the ultimate teacher's aide.
Right.
Right before her death, she was wandering around the academy carrying a large assault rifle. That was probably when our unnamed killer, who was armed with a knife, spotted her.
Huh.
And decided he'd put her to eternal rest.
That's interesting. I don't think I've ever
He
seen...
slid inside that little janitor's closet, where he began hatching a deadly scheme.
That's actually an interesting twist, to have not just the protagonist talk during the closing argument, but multiple characters. I like that. That makes more sense, since everyone solved the mystery together.
Aye, they needed a way to surprise the victim, who was better armed.
Right.
The killer grabbed a bottle of bleach from the closet and poured its contents into a bucket.
That's because they wanted to blind Kara by splashing the bleach in her eyes.
Sneaky little bastard.
But to do that, they would need to set a trap and catch the victim by surprise.
Right.
The killer moved a stepladder behind the closet door and climbed up it to reach the door frame. There, they carefully placed the bucket.
That way, when the victim opened the door, the bucket would empty its contents all over her.
Yep.
After completing this setup, the killer retreated to the far end of the janitor's closet and waited for the victim's arrival. The killer could have made noise to attract the victim's attention. Either way, the victim tried to open the door.
And, the bleach splashed all over her. Her scalp, face, and eyes were severely burned.
Yo! Jesus, chat.
The killer leapt from his hiding place and began viciously attacking Kara. In his fit of rage and cruelty, he stabbed her from the front 28 times.
While being stabbed, the victim tried to fight back by clawing at the killer. This left the dried blood under her fingernails.
Right.
However, it didn't deter the killer, and the victim eventually died.
At present, we don't have enough information to reveal the killer's true identity, but their actions haven't been forgotten. That is the truth behind this case.
Nice.
Well, are you satisfied?
We finally solved it. But of course we're not going to be able to leave, obviously. Al, are you still there? Al?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay.
I'm just in the middle of combat.
Ah, I see.
A measly 3 acts. Poor Horace would be beside himself.
What?
Who the hell is...
No one cares! We've done your end of the bargain. Now let us out already!
No, they're not gonna. No.
That is what I promised, isn't it? Alright, I'll let you leave this room. But before I do, may I be frank with you all for a second? This entire time I've been hiding behind a speaker, afraid to show my face. My heart tells me you'll react cruelly to it.
Is he gonna reveal himself?
However, my head, it raises a compelling argument. Who cares what others think? Shouldn't I get to have a little fun once in a while? Yes. Let's do away with these silly boundaries already. It's time we meet face to face.
Face to face?
What was that all about?
Everybody, look over there!
Oh boy, here he comes. Here he comes. God, his design is so good.
Toss away those pickaxes, peasants! The walls have finally crumbled. What will you do now that you've reached the other side? Will you treasure this new land? Serve it? Or will you set it ablaze? Well, peasants, have you made your choice?
Yeah, yeah.
Yo, what the fuck is going on?
Jet. This person, his voice.
Are you the speaker guy?
Yeah.
Speaker guy? No. You don't address your superiors like that. Within the halls of this academy, you'll refer to me by one name, and one name only. His Highness, the great and powerful Tozu, host of the Killing Game.
Oh boy.
There it is. Killing Game. Class trial end.
Well done.
Or you can call me Tozu for short.
Hey.
Hey, what do you mean killing game?
The show must go on.
Did you really think the story would end once we reach the climax of the case? Quite the contrary. This is only the beginning. Jesus Christ, Al, what is all the noise?
Trying to keep my phone battery alive.
Oh. Quite the contrary. This is only the beginning.
So I'm gonna go ahead and plug it back into the socket.
All
so
right.
you may hear me in the distance.
Of what?
Why the long face?
Isn't it obvious? You, my dear subordinates,
Blood is rushing.
are going to kill each other. That's not...
Come on.
That's not funny.
But then...
Huh, but you said we could go home if we solved the mystery.
Mm-hmm.
I gave you peasants an incentive. It's not my fault you took it the wrong way.
What?
What are you talking about? You lied to us.
Rubbish.
Lied? Oh, no, absolutely not. I'm a fair man, a man who's sworn to the truth, and if I recall correctly, should you agree to the right answer, you'll be free to leave this place. Nobody cares, yeah. I'll let you... Oh my god. I specifically said you could leave this room, not go home.
You
snaky son of a bitch.
Not okay!
You're full of shit, man. There you go, losing control of your voice. That's how you know you've lost the argument. Logic is a cowardly thing like that. It'll jump ship the moment it's confronted with a challenge. He didn't lie, did he? He said he never lies. So when he said this was Eden's Garden Academy, yeah. Bullshit. What am I doing believing someone like him? There's no other way around it. He's lying.
Dude!
Hey, why didn't you tell us about your dumb game sooner? And won't you peasants run away?
Pathetic.
I can't host a game without any contestants.
Please don't.
Please don't.
That may be the only lie he's told.
You can't host a game without contestants?
He lied about why they were here.
Oh, yeah. Please don't do this.
I just want to go home.
I want to be with my family. Please, just let me go home.
There's no need to worry.
Oh, Eloise. There's no need to cry, Miss Tolna. We're all civilized here. No one is going to kill simply because they've been ordered to. What's this? The peasant has a rebuttal?
Let's see.
A match between unprepared, unfit players. You could hardly call that a match. In much the same way, this game you've proposed, a killing game between students who don't have the heart to kill.
Nonsense.
Do you seriously think we'll abandon our mortals so quickly?
Hey!
Yeah, that's totally right. We're like super boring people. We don't have what it takes to do something like that.
Indeed.
My heart is terribly soft, softer than the most delicate piece of mochi. When I see a fly in my room, I catch the poor dear in a jar and return her to nature.
I would never.
My mochi heart would melt otherwise.
I see.
So that's your argument, is it?
How interesting.
So, what has you so convinced? What do you mean? What makes you think the people in this room lack the heart to kill? Do you even know anything about them besides their names and talents?
Pathetic.
If you do, then tell me, regarding killing, where do they stand? Are they okay with murder if it's for the greater good? Are they okay with murder if it guarantees their survival? Is where they currently stand on the issue the same as where they're willing to stand? Go on, you've had a couple hours to get to know everybody. That's plenty of time to learn their life stories, right? Fred. Should I take that as a no? Goodness, what a surprise.
Plot twist.
Not. You wouldn't be here all dressed up in that fancy suit if you were so naive. Fred.
Such a spoil sport.
Oh, and one more thing. That trial you just did, that was your preparation for the killing game.
Get out.
How? All you did was make us play detective.
Plot twist!
And for good reason.
I will say this much. Hey, Jerry, I will say this much.
Yeah.
He who hides himself is a coward.
Well, he's obviously wearing a mask because there's going to be a plot twist later on where he takes it off and he's somebody that one of the characters knows or recognizes. Otherwise, he wouldn't be wearing a mask in the first place. If one of you is killed, the remaining students will participate in the true class trial. Your objective here is simple. Uncover the culprit if you can. Using evidence you've gathered during the investigation, you will argue who you believe committed the murder. The results will be decided by popular vote, and if you choose the right person, they alone will be executed, and the killing game will continue. However, if you choose the wrong person, the guilty party will be set free, and the rest of you will be executed instead. Those are the rules of the game. Everyone understand? All of us will be executed? That's not fair.
Isn't this lovely?
Really? I think it's one of our most beautiful rules. Everyone has an incentive to participate in the game, innocent or otherwise.
What's happening?
That's insane. You're treating us like pigs to the slaughter.
Such disrespect.
Nonsense! All of you have a chance to survive. Do you think the common butcher is so merciful?
Mm-hmm.
By the way, if no guilty party ever escapes, the killing game will end when there are only 2 students left. You may want to remember that, or maybe you don't care. It depends on what kind of person you are. Oh. Out of the 16 here, only 2 will be allowed to survive? Oh, Jesus. Then we might have less survivors than I thought. I was hoping that at least 6 people would survive, but it might be a lot less. Who knows?
No shot.
2 people?
Didn't we have 3 by the end of the 3rd game?
Yeah. Yeah, we did. Oh, boy. 2 people. That's hardly better than if someone gets away with murder.
Well done.
I know, that's what makes it so funny. Most of you will die no matter what, and yet with every passing trial, you'll all cling to life more desperately.
The show must go on.
And that exact mindset is what causes more murders to happen. Aren't these rules simply brilliant? A perfect test of the limits of human compassion.
I have an appetite
for
destruction.
I can't wait to see all of you in action. The madman's loud, tinnitus-inducing laughter was suddenly cut off by a well-timed strike from behind. Oh my God, Grace.
A million times, you mangy fucking mutt!
Oh my God, Grace.
I want nothing to do with this stupid game!
Grace.
Ow, 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 ow! Stop it!
Since you've made it clear you won't listen to reason, I'll just make sure you have no arms to kill with!
Do you even listen to when I talk? I'm not the one doing the killing. It's you lot who are...
Grace, stop. The Panther Lady is gonna come out. We haven't seen her yet. Grace dove her fist directly into his stomach. She followed it with another blow and another, and when it looked like she wasn't going to be satisfied until he was dead, I saw it. From out of nowhere, a tiny red dot appeared on Grace's face. No, don't kill somebody at the end of the prologue. Please, please, please. Oh my God.
Hey! Stop already! There's a...
Also, that's cool. That it makes sense that Desmond would be like, that's a scope. But before we could do anything...
Oh, damn.
Oh no. Did Grace die already? The sound of a gunshot echoed in our ears. Oh, thank God, she's alright. She just got nicked on the cheek. Grace released the man from her grip. Speechless, she moved her hand to her cheek, which had been nicked by a stray bullet. Is it? There she is! There she is! We all looked in the direction of the shot. The shooter stood silently by the pillar, a trail of smoke rising from the mouth of their rifle. Her mask. The design was a panther instead of a goat, but it was clear that she was working with him.
Dude.
Yeah?
Dude. This is sort of... I'm not sure. I might be looking too far into it, but if and this is a big if, that was the girl, replicant, that girl was, that's the girl who was quote-unquote murdered.
You think that's Kara?
Teacher's assistant. Hint, hint.
Oh my god, you're right! She was the ultimate teacher's aide, and she's aiding... Oh my god.
I might be thinking too far into this, but it is possible, and there was a gun!
That's true, she's using the same weapon that Kara was carrying. But why is her hair a different color?
Again, it's only a theory, but I think it's a pretty sound one.
You shot at her.
For real?
This is getting out of hand. Now there are two of them. Everyone slowly backed away from Tozu, suddenly fearful of their lives. What a shocking and unnecessary display of violence.
You think?
You think? I was talking about the golfer woman. Well, now that you've become acquainted with our enforcer, Mara, if any of you kids try to jeopardize the killing game, such as by attacking me, she'll be there to put an end to your shenanigans.
Pardon me.
Even though she missed her shots. That was just a warning. I assure you it'd be unwise to further test her ability.
In any case...
Regardless, I finally have an answer to your previous question. Meh? You asked if I knew anything about my friends besides their name and talents.
No matter.
Truthfully, I don't, but I'll continue to trust them as if I do, because they're ultimates. Huh? They are charged with the betterment of society. They've proven themselves to be above simple acts of self-interest.
We will not succumb!
We will not succumb, even if you trap us, fire guns at us, and force us to endure farcical courtroom procedures. He's right. Grace was trying to compose herself, still clearly shocked by her run-in with death.
Don't test me.
No matter how weird these guys are, they're talented. Do you really think an ultimate would fall for this bullshit? Oh, that's right. My friends and I have too much to live for, and too much to achieve. We won't throw away all that for your killing game.
Don't get it mixed up.
We're all gonna escape. We have to. One by one, the students raised their voices in solidarity with Wolfgang. All of them were so confident in what they were saying, so willing to blindly put their faith in each other. And for some reason, it made me sick.
My.
Never underestimate the strength of human connection. I'm quite familiar with this idea.
Aye.
Well, what kind of captain would I be if I couldn't handle a small crew of 15? What is this horrible feeling of contempt? Why do I feel this way when everybody else seems so hopeful? The voice inside me was answered by another.
No.
You've got it all wrong. The students turned their attention towards Ava, surprised by her words. Huh? Do you actually believe no one here will try to kill? You're really naive. I don't know how you made it as a lawyer. Well, instead of resorting to random ad hominem attacks, why don't you explain your reasoning?
It's the truth.
It's obvious. Compared to normal people, ultimates are more prone to killing, not less. Living with constant praise from the public has ruined our sense of self. If you need examples, just look around the room.
What a joke.
Excuse me, eh?
Look.
In the outside world, ultimates will do anything to further their own goals. The same is probably true here. Once you realize your dreams can only be achieved if you escape, you'll resort to murder. Fred.
Can't you see?
If you continue to convince all these people to trust each other, they'll only be more vulnerable. Unless that was your plan all along. Is it possible you want to make everyone vulnerable? So that it'll be easier for you to kill them? That's
enough.
That's enough. Suddenly, Ingrid stepped in front of Wolfgang protectively. Wolfie's done nothing wrong. He's given us all a vote of confidence. Yeah, it's something we all needed.
Please?
So stop trying to turn us against each other, please. The horrible feeling grew stronger as the other students admonished Ava. It grew stronger and stronger. and I knew I had to say something. Ava's right. Huh?
No!
Damon, not you too!
I know.
Look, I get it. You want to make the situation less scary for everyone. But Ava made a good point. All of us have a clear motivation to leave this place, even at the cost of other people's lives. Whether it's to see our families again, or for the sake of our talents.
Don't say that!
No, I would never kill anybody.
That's not it.
Diana, you yourself admitted you had too much to achieve. Don't you see how that's playing into the masked man's hands? This whole we're all ultimates thing is pretty inane anyway. After meeting all of you, it's clear none of us have the same goals.
Hold on.
What are you insinuating? Don't we all carry the same obligation to improve the world we live in? His question angered me more than anything that had been said before. I could no longer suppress my true feelings.
That's wrong.
Look, the title barely means shit nowadays, alright? Most ultimates are just dullards obsessing over some pointless hobby. Their talents don't contribute anything of worth. The only thing they're capable of is leeching off public attention for their own goals. Ouch.
Fred.
You've got to be kidding me.
You gotta be kidding me, eh? Running a business that feeds millions is pointless, eh?
No.
Some of you are an exception, obviously. But come on, there's no way the rest of you can improve the world we live in with your niche fixations.
That was very...
Don't you mean rest of us? You're an ultimate too. Yeah, what the hell makes you so special? I could feel their words worming their way into my soul. What makes you so special? Well, I can actually achieve many things with my talent. I can argue policy, consider ethics and morality.
Yeah.
Better yet, I was the one who got you guys through that trial.
Really?
Is that really what happened? I remember all of us helping out.
Shrimp?
Yo, I see what's going on. You think you're better than us just because you can say words nobody understands? Well, that kind of stuff is relative. Like, tell me what a dragster is. Do you know? Watch your step, lest you trip and fall from the unparalleled heights of your vanity.
Not good enough.
I'm disappointed in you. No, Ingrid. How are you so concerned about making yourself look good when we're in the middle of a death game?
The hell?
I wasn't trying to... It was no use. They turned against me, hurling obscenities, scowling, and simply shaking their heads.
Isn't this lovely?
Phew. Do I sense anger, hatred, an unquenchable sense of bloodlust? Well, save that for later. I'm the only person who can spill blood in the courtroom.
Mm-hmm.
The elevator will take you back to the killing game arena. We've cleaned up the crime scene and prepared a dorm room for each of you. Yep.
Get lost.
Thanks. Now, can you get lost?
Good evening.
Okay. He returned to his podium, with the masked woman trailing close behind. The bizarre mechanism that brought him into the room lowered the two of them into the ground in plain sight. Fred, haha.
Hey.
Still, we're not gonna kill anyone, right guys? Haha. No matter what happens, we're all gonna make it out of here okay. Fred. It was only when the madman had left that reality truly began to set in. Oh yeah! The signature group shot! I'm trapped in a killing game with people who despise me. Well, maybe if you weren't such a dick all the time, they wouldn't hate you. How did this happen? I just wanted to help. I just wanted to make sure we didn't trust each other too easily. And now I'm being treated like the bad guy. Will these people practice what they preach? Will they really refuse to kill? I can't trust anybody here. For better or for worse, it's me versus them. So cue the beginning of the end. The beginning of an unfathomable nightmare. An unrelenting despair. The beginning of the killing game. Oh. We finally made it to the opening. This remix of the main theme is awesome. Damon Maitsu. Ava Sonata. My wife. Is that the end? Is that it? Oh. Oh. Surviving members, 16.
Oh boy.
That picture is gonna get smaller and smaller. To be continued. No, I want more. The to be continued actually hits this time because now it's... Oh, wow. Bravo. Wow. Bravo to everybody. The voice cast.
I'll say
and
this.
the team.
I'll say this much: if I were a character and if I were there, I definitely would have gone straight for the kill.
Yeah, and then you would have gotten shot in the fucking head by Mara.
Again, ultimate demolitions expert. Who's to say I wouldn't take both of them with me?
She was off to the side and nobody knew she was there, my dude. I mean...
Point taken. Point taken. I'm living in theoreticals.
I get you. So, before we... That was great, by the way. Before we sign off for today, though, obviously I can't keep going because there is no more content for this game yet. But I want to share with you guys my predictions for the next few chapters. I think that in Chapter 1, and bear with me, this is just a theory, Ava is going to be the victim, and Damon is going to be the culprit. Let me explain. I think that Ava's death is going to look like a suicide, and everybody's going to be convinced that she killed herself somehow. And then they're all going to guess that it's a suicide at the first class trial, and they're going to be wrong. And then Tozu's going to reveal that Damon killed Ava without him even knowing that he caused her death. And over the course of Chapter 1, Damon is going to have a turnaround where his character is going to flip to being more selfless because of his experiences with the other characters. And at the end of Chapter 1, he's going to sacrifice himself by saying, take me and execute me instead of letting me leave since I technically won, and let the other 14 live. And Tozu's going to agree, and then Damon's going to die, and Wolfgang's going to be the new protagonist from Chapter 2 onward. And then Chapter 2... I think either Cassidy or Winona is going to die. And, well, either Cassidy or Winona are going to be involved. And one of them is going to kill the other. Because Cassidy's hatred of, like, billionaires, that's a setup for something with her, with Winona. Then in Chapter 3, I think Kai is going to kill Eloise. And he's going to do it for some kind of reputation-based reason. I know it. Then in Chapter 4, I think Mark is going to accidentally kill Jet. Somehow. He's not going to mean to, but he's going to kill him by accident. Then in Chapter 5, I think Diana's going to die, but she's also going to die by accident, and John's going to be the cause of it, He's going to kill her accidentally. And then I think that Ava is actually going to be revealed to be the mastermind. I think Ava's going to be revealed to be the mastermind. Her death in Chapter 1 is going to be a fake. She did it to get rid of Damon, and she's going to be the one behind the whole thing. And I think that Grace, Wolfgang, Toshiko, Desmond, Ingrid, and Ulysses are going to be our 6 survivors. So yeah, that's my predictions. We'll have to wait to see if I'm right about any of that. But yeah, that's all. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. If you're watching on YouTube, please be sure to subscribe. It's youtube.com/JaredBoyTV. If you're watching on Twitch, please be sure to follow. It's twitch.tv/GTHalstead. As always, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. I love you. I miss you already. And hopefully I will see you again very soon when they release Chapter 1 of Eden's Garden. Bye!